Yo guys, what up? Nick Browen here. Today, after 2 weeks of not watching it, I'm finally going to get back on track with my reactions. This time, Ancient Magus episode 10. However, tomorrow I'm going to record episode 11, and that will be out, I believe, today is Monday, right? I think today's Monday as of the recording of this. Yeah, today's Monday, so if I record it tomorrow, it will be out Wednesday, episode 11. However, today, as I said, we are doing episode 10. Sorry, I don't know where my hat is. I don't know where I put it, so my apologies there. Yeah. But what happened last time? What did happen last time? I damn near forgot. Something was going on with Elias, I think? Was that it? Was that last episode? I honestly don't remember. But, god damn it, that's gonna bug me. What happened last episode? Shit. I need to turn my, I tend to get itchy when, it's extremely warm, so sorry, but I'm gonna have to have my air on for this one. Like I was saying, that's gonna bug me. Like, I don't know what happened last time. I damn near forgot. It's been 2 weeks. I should remember, but I don't. Yeah. I'll probably have to look it up again. Shit, sorry about that. But, the reason why you didn't get any reactions for, like, the last 2 weeks, except for, like, yesterday with the Ruby reaction, is because family was visiting, we were having our Christmas, we like to be together like most families do, and unfortunately, because of, like, work schedules and stuff, we couldn't be all together at the same time, so we had to plan in advance, and, you know, we just had to celebrate our Christmas on January 6th, same day Chapter 11 came out for Ruby, so, yeah, sorry, we just had a lot of stuff going on, so, my apologies. But we are getting back on track. I'm getting back on track with the reactions. I have yet to decide which new simuldub I will be recording for this upcoming season, which is winter. I'm waiting for, like, the next roll of announcements to come out to announce what I'm gonna react to. But yeah, but like I said, I cannot remember what last episode was like. I forgot. I'm gonna have to look it up. But yeah, I was actually gonna record this episode last night. However, I got caught up watching. I took it out of the box thing, but I'm getting on the train of Game of Thrones. Got the first five seasons here, so it's very interesting. So it's entertaining. There's a lot of fuckery going on. So yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I'm only on, like, what, episode 5, I think, but it's really enjoyable thus far. And I'm only on season 1, episode 5, so I'm not that far into the show. But yeah, without me delaying anything else, let's get into this. Ancient Magus Bride, episode 10. Sorry, I don't remember what last episode was like, so I can't give you a recap right now. That isn't Roos, is it? No, it can't be Roos. Body isn't like Roos. Yes, I remembered his name this time. It's Roos. Is that Elias? Did I just see like a skull? Like peek out there? Is that Elias? Okay.
I want to play with my granddaughter. You just be in the way.
Bastard.
Granddaughter? He thinks that Elias has a son?
As irritating as he is, I suppose it would be alright. You are in need of a wand. Would you rather not?
All by myself?
You have me.
Which I'm grateful.
Excuse me, are you done talking yet? Wow, you certainly haven't changed very much.
What?
Come on, don't you remember me? We had lots of fun talking.
Oh
together.
yeah!
Well,
He was
even
one of
though
the
you
little
wasn't riding
dragons.
with me and my friends.
He's gotten bigger.
Oh.
Jesus.
Dragon hatchlings can evolve very fast if they want. Yeah.
Apparently.
That's why I like the idea of being big enough to carry you. So now I am.
Yes, you are. Well, I'll see you soon.
Have a safe trip.
Roos, I do not like the color pink on you.
Take care not to freeze.
Right.
You okay?
Yeah.
Let's go, everyone! Now make sure you hang on tight, otherwise you'll fall off! I'm a familiar to be seen.
What are you doing?
Casting a cloaking spell, obviously. It'll prevent anyone from seeing us. After all, it's much faster to fly back than swim through the sea.
The sea?
Indeed, I'm a Selkie. Selkie are the great and honorable people. We're able to have two
Alright.
different shapes. I can be either a human or a seal.
Interesting. Selkies. Hey, wasn't that one dude from My Hero? His name was Selkie. Is that the tree of the old dude? The other dragon that died like in fucking episode 2, I think?
That's Nevin's tree.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the same guy.
I'm off. I have this evening's dinner to prepare. Take this.
Why?
You gotta cut the wood for your wand yourself. Are you alright?
Yeah?
Will you be careful? What kind of idiot climbs out of a tree and has no reaction?
You need to calm down. I mean, it wouldn't kill the girl to try and get to know the rocks a little bit better, you know?
Shut up. Want me to get it?
I'm the one who's gonna use it. So I need to give this another shot.
Just be careful, my girl.
A bedtime story?
It will be interesting. And I suppose it will answer a question you asked. But, to be honest, I'm mostly telling it to punish him for making my granddaughter sad. Long, long ago, when the world was a darker place, an age before the power of steam and even before the earth was cracked for its oils. In fact, before time immemorial, we were. Each of us in our own way came to discover we were not as other men. Some of us could see spirits as well as all manner of fae, and some of us could perform miracles beyond any human understanding. Also, some of us lived lives far longer than a normal human. We don't know why we lived so long or possessed such abilities. Perhaps we stopped being entirely human. Perhaps mingling with the Fae made us something more. Perhaps we were born this way. Many accept this as fate. Others are still seeking an answer. It emerged, looking as if it were a fragment of night incarnate.
Elias. That shape. It has to be Elias.
Who are you?
Elias. Yeah. Has to be, right?
Are you alright?
I'm hungry.
Yep, Elias.
Oh no.
knows his voice.
You're finally awake. You slept right through the night. You're quite huge, you know. Carrying you here was no easy feat. Not hungry now? All right. Where are you from?
I do not know. I woke in the forest. I began to walk. I avoided people and walked and walked and walked until I was here. I am rather tired.
What's wrong?
Nothing is wrong.
At a glance, you appear to be some sort of fey creature. However, you wear flesh the same as an actual living being. What are you, exactly?
I don't know.
I think we should go see what my master has to say. Yep, she's a strange one. Indeed. You might find her at the other side of the world. Or she may be right here. She may be alive 100 years from now, or even 100 years ago.
Who is your
She's a red
master?
letter, to put it mildly, so she may be able to provide some guidance. I can't imagine you want to spend the rest of your days continuing to wander aimlessly.
And you are?
My name is Linda. The reason I can see you is because I'm what the ordinary humans call a mage.
What are you doing?
This is an old technique for locating what's been lost. You bind a few spruce sprigs with a red cord and set it loose. You see, forest spirits dine in spruce trees. This lets us borrow a smidge of their power to ask the way. Hear me, O guide. I ask you to lead me to the one we seek, far beyond the mist.
So we may get some insight into Elias from this episode and potentially the next one as well.
Stay close to me. Have a taste. You may enjoy it. Ah, good. We have arrived.
Yeah, seawater does not taste good, my boy. Salty.
Master, Rahab, are you home?
Hello, Lindell. This is a surprise. I don't often find you taking the time to visit, even though you're named for the Tree of Gatherings.
A name which you gave me, Master.
Yes, in hopes it would inspire you to try and interact more.
I found him yesterday. I was hoping to hear what your thoughts on him were.
Whoa. I'd invite you in, but you are rather large. Much too large for the door. Can you make yourself smaller?
Smaller?
Yes, about our size, let's say.
Your size?
Wow.
Like this?
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's perfect. Ready?
Okay, there's a little Elias. Little baby Elias.
I'm afraid not. It's as if he's as close to a fae or spirit as one can get, but there's an unmistakable trace of human in there. The obvious answer. Lindell, take our little mystery here under your wing for a while, will you?
Huh? But why me?
You can't abandon a creature in need after you've already extended a hand of mercy to it.
I don't have time. I have the reindeer to follow.
The days of hiding yourself from the eyes of the world are ending. Plus, it's time you took an apprentice. We're not meant to live in solitude.
So he
I won't
was
tell you to love
Lyndall's
Christ. Saints find
apprentice.
that hard. But we can't
Interesting.
deny our neighbors love us. We should return love for love. We must lend a staff to those who have lost their way because it is our duty.
But it's not like any of us ever asked to be loved. I didn't, and neither did you. Seems to me we've been blessed with a curse.
Blessings and curses, huh? They're just two sides of one coin, Lindell. Perspective is what matters.
Do not worry. I'll move on. If it would be better for me to not be here, then I shall continue walking.
To where?
I do not know. You're too busy for me, though.
I am not taking on an apprentice. So as of today, the two of us will be acquaintances. When an acquaintance is weary, it's only right to provide them with a place to rest.
I am not in need.
Says the one who collapsed from hunger.
Aw, that's so kind of you, Lindell.
Don't you start.
Now that that's settled, I guess this means we're friends. What's your name? Well, you probably don't have one. They will never abandon you. Never. Take comfort and find the way to save yourself.
Is she the one who gave him the name Elias? Probably is.
Our Elias.
Elias, yep.
Hey, you there, Ainsworth?
Ah! Stop it! Don't do that!
Renfred. Look, if you keep her stuck there with you all the time, you'll wind up ruining her.
Oh, come on, really? Gotta end it there? Seriously? Come on. Fuck. Oh, okay. Stay tuned for my afterthoughts. So guys, that was my reaction to the Ancient Magus Bride episode 10. Really enjoyed that episode, man. If I don't know if it's obvious or not, but so I'm just gonna say it so there's no misconceptions, because I think with my Ruby reaction, some people are thinking that I am seeing the episodes beforehand when I have stated I don't have a Rooster Teeth first account. So therefore, how could I? I could go to an illegal site, but I don't do that with Ruby. So I'm going to state it now. This was a couple hours after I filmed the reaction, but I was keeping my mind busy by playing some Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 Road to Boruto and watching Game of Thrones while the editing process was processing. So boom. With that being said, it just got done processing, so now I can finish off the video. So with that being said, and getting all the misconceptions out of the way, because I don't know if that's why people are, not liking the Ruby reaction so much anymore, but it is what it is. Just want to get that out of the way. Yes, this was filmed a couple hours afterwards, but let me stop repeating myself. This was a really good episode, man. I really did enjoy it. Hopefully next episode we get more in-depth into Elias, because don't get me wrong, we got in-depth into him, but not really specifically what has happened to him up until that point. Well, up until the point he is currently at with, Chisei and Silver Lady and all of that. So I'm very curious to see his journey from being this aimless wandering creature to such a well-known mage or whatnot. I'm very curious. I'm very curious to see how everything turns out and how everything, what shapes him into, who he is and what he's all about. But I mean, aside from that's really about it. Just, we got to see more of Elias. We learned that Lindell could be a potential mage instructor. Like, he's the one who taught Elias about the mages and magic and all of that. So that will be kind of cool to, see how Elias learned all that he knows. But I mean, they may or may not show that. It is what it is. But I mean, aside from going into Lindell and showing how he met Elias and how Elias originally was, we just kind of got to see some old faces from like I think it was like episode 2 with was the dragon episode. It was either episode 2 or 3. It may have been the third episode. I think in the reaction I stated the second, but it might have been the third. So yeah. But I mean, we got to see the kid dragon turn into a big, daddy-looking dragon. We found out that the little hobbit thing creature is a selkie, which is like a seal or some kind of sea or water fae. Just in that general perspective, if that's what the little hobbit-looking thing is. And that is Lindell's familiar. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I think that's what the Selkie is. But other than that, Chise is using the dragon that died. The dragon that died turned into a tree, and Chise is now using his tree as a catalyst to make her wand, which is cool. And I think they promised that, or she promised the dragon that she would use his wood from the tree that he would become to make her wand, or something like that. They made some kind of promise where she would use him and the tree he would become to make something or to do something. I think it was to make a wand or a staff. So it's cool to, see her keeping up that promise. It's really cool to, also, I guess, kind of see the state the dude's tree is in. It's cool, the one thing I kind of like about this is it has such a deep appreciation for different mythologies. And that's kind of like the coolest thing about this show, man. It's deep, it's respect, it has like massive like research done clearly. I mean, I may not know anything specific, I may not get any references, but you can just tell with the detail and the explanation and how everything is represented. There was a lot of detail and research into these different myths and these different lores from like different cultures around the world about like what magic would be like or what magic is like according to that culture. It's just really cool, or to that myth or that legend or whatever. It's just kind of cool to see that, man. It's really, really, cool. I don't know. It's what I aspire to be, but we'll always fail at. But yeah, that was really about it. Elias, I don't know. There was actually one thing first before we stop, and that is near the end where Lindell, introduced us to his mentor and whatnot. The mentor, or his master, or whatever you want to call her, she stated that there was traces of human in Elias. Now, that, I don't know if she means like traces of humans that's been around him, or traces of that, holy shit, this dude was once a human. But I mean, excuse me. From the context of the sentence, it made it sound like he was once human, but it could be, the opposite of, what I just said. He could have just been surrounded by humans, or humans created him. So, yeah. I'm very interested in Elias's origins. Interested in his character all around. I just want to know more about him, so I have a clear viewing of what he's like. But yeah, with that being said, like I said, you're getting, I don't think I stated this, but I need to state it now. You're getting double reactions this week. 2 Ancient Magus Bride, as well as 2 My Hero Academias, and then Ruby comes back for me on Saturday on YouTube, Chapter 12. Remember, I don't have a Rooster Teeth First account, okay? So that means I have to wait till the episodes come out on YouTube. Just want to make that clear again. I do not have a Rooster Teeth First account. With that being said, you guys, if you guys like this video, rate it 1 through 10. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Do all that fun crap. And as always, this is your boy, Nick Browen, out with the yay.